Good morning. Today we will start our lesson with present perfect and past simple, page 103 on the pupil's book. And I want you to notice that the conversation is not required, plus the question below, question 3 and 4 also are not required. I only want the note below this one. We will talk about it after I finish explaining the new grammar. Okay, let's start. Past simple and present perfect. I'll start from the examples here. I went to the park yesterday. I studied in China in 2010. So let's see the verb in each one. Where's the verb in the first example? I went to the park. Is it I? Went or park? No, of course it is went. So the action in this sentence is went. And when we see went, that means that we are talking about the past. Let's see the other example. I studied in China in 2010. So where's the verb here? The verb is studied. And as you notice, it ends with ed, and that means it is in the past. So the question to be raised: when this action happened? When did this action take place? Let's see the first example. I went to the park yesterday. If I ask you when, the answer is yesterday. I studied in China in 2010. If I ask you, when did you study in China? The answer is in 2010. So a very important thing to notice about past simple or simple past is the time. In the simple past, we have to mention the time. In other words, we have to say when. We have to say when does the action or when did the action happen or take place. If I say when, that means it is in the simple past. Okay? So again, the verb is went, the verb is studied. The question to be raised is when did the action happen? When did the action happen? The first one, yesterday in 2010. If I answered the question when, that means I use the past simple. Let's see the other grammar or the other rule, which is the other tense, present perfect. I will start with the examples. I've never gone to the park. So as you notice here, we are using the same example. I've never gone to the park. I haven't been to China yet. So if I ask you, when does the action happen again? When does the action happen? I don't know. I've never gone to the park. When? I don't know. I haven't been to China yet. When? Where's the time in this sentence? There is no time. If there's no time in the sentence, that means I use the present perfect. Or in other words, if the time is vague, or in other words, if the time is unknown, that means I should use the present perfect. Okay, but one important thing that that I missed here is, where's the verb? Can I say never? No, of course not. The verb is have plus the verb 3. And here, have, haven't plus the verb 3. So in the present perfect, have, has plus verb 3. However, in this past simple, we only use verb 2. So here, have, again, has, verb 3. So which one of them we say the time? Past simple. But present perfect, we don't say the time. The time is vague. The time is unknown. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see examples or the keywords first. Here, the keywords. Yesterday, 5 minutes ago, in 2000, the other day, last month. So all of these words show us the time in the past. So it is past simple. And all of these words show us that we have to use the present perfect, and they don't show us the time. They show us vague times. But this one shows us specific times. Or in other word, show us a definite time. Okay. Let's see the note on page 103. Remember, and we said that's the only important thing on this page. Don't study any of them, only this note. Remember, when an action happened at indefinite time in the past, we use the present perfect. So again, indefinite here means unknown. So when the time is unknown, we have to use the present perfect, which is again has plus the verb 3. But if let's continue. When an action happened at a definite time, if I say the time, if I mention the time, that means I have to use the past simple, which is the verb 2. Let's see now the form of the present perfect tense. The subject are, you, they, we, plus have, and plus the past participle or the main verb, which is the verb 3. For example, I have decided, I have finished, I have lost, I have chosen, I have gone, or they, we. So all of these pronouns come with the verb have, and we have to use the verb 3. However, if the subject was singular, I have to use has plus the verb 3. If I say she has decided, she has finished, lost, chosen, gone, I can't say, or it's not right if I say she has decided. This is wrong. She has decided. She has finished. This is wrong. She has finished. Verb 3. She has lose. No, she has lost. Yes. This is for the present perfect. However, if I want to talk about the simple past, I have to take into account that we have affirmative, negative, and the question. The affirmative, subject plus verb ed or verb to, as we said. If I want to make it negative, I use did not plus the base verb. Question, we use did, and we switch between the subject and the auxiliary verb did. Okay, this is for the verb to. But if I use the verb be, I have to start the sentence with the subject plus was and were. If it's negative, wasn't, weren't. If it's a question, we switch. Now, let's make a quick revision. So we talked about the past, simple, and present perfect. Which one of them we mentioned the time? The past simple. Example, I went to the park yesterday. We ask, when did you go to the park? Yesterday. So we use the past simple. I studied in China in 2010. When did you study in China? 2010. So that means if I say the time, that means we have to use the past simple. However, if I said I've never gone to the park, I haven't been to China yet. So when did this action happen? Where's the time here? There is no time. If I didn't say the time, that means I have to use the present perfect. Okay. What is the present perfect? And what is the simple past? Past simple mean verb to. However, present perfect mean have, has, plus verb 3. Okay, very good. Now, let's see the keywords of each one. The time expressions. We said yesterday, 5 minutes ago, and 2000 the other day, last month. These are the keywords. Present perfect. We use ever, never, not yet, already, so far, today, till now, up to the present. So, if I want to talk about vague times, I use present perfect. If I want to talk about specific times, I use past simple. If I say known time, it is past simple. Unknown time, it is present perfect. Okay, now let's go quickly to the note. Or where's the note? Yes. If the action happened at an indefinite time, we use present perfect has have verb 3. If the action happened at a definite time, specific time, known time, yesterday, we use verb 2. Okay, let's move to the form of the present perfect. Subject, if it's plural, that means we have to use have plus the verb 3. If it's singular, like this, we have to use has plus the verb 3. Not verb 1, not ing, verb 3. However, the simple past, we have 3 important forms: affirmative, negative, and question. In the affirmative, we use subject, verb, to. Negative, we use did not plus the verb. Question, we switch. That means we start did plus the subject. But if I have the verb be, we have to use was, were. Negative, wasn't, weren't. Question, was and were. Hope you enjoyed the lesson today. Thank you for listening.